Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So as you guys can see today, I have no makeup on. I just have my brows done, and I do have a brow tutorial where I filmed my updated brow routine. If you guys are curious about that, I will link it in the description box. But today I'm going to be using some new products that I have actually never used before. The brand Pacifica sent me a bunch of their products and I'm so grateful. This video is not sponsored, but it was gifted to me. So I just wanted to mention that. But I'm very excited because I've actually known about the brand Pacifica before, but I've never tried any of their like beauty products because I actually have used their perfumes in the past. They are a very natural brand. They use nice clean ingredients. And I just really love so far what I've seen from them and what I've used, but I'm really excited to use some face things, some like makeup cosmetic products. So let's just get right into this video. I'm gonna start by putting on some of this cream to moisturize my face. This is their Pacifica Vegan Ceramide Barrier Cream. So this has lipids and calendula inside. Hopefully I'm saying that right. So I'm just reading a little bit about this cream to fill you guys in. It says that it is dermatologist and allergy tested. It is fragrance free and it is great if you have sensitive skin, which I definitely do. I do have a couple of breakouts right now because it is that time of the month. So I just want to make sure that I moisturize my skin, especially because the weather here in Toronto is very dry because we're kind of transitioning. It's like that weird spring-ish period in Toronto and Ontario, and the weather's crazy because one day it'll be like warm and the next day it's freezing and snowing. So my skin is just kind of going all over the place, especially with hormones mixed in. It's not that great, but I want to use some of this cream. I've never used this before. The packaging is very nice. It's like a very nice sturdy glass frosted with that nice purple color. So I really like the fact that they said it is vegan ceramide, so it's hydration and barrier care. There's amino acids inside which help maintain skin hydration. There is calendula, which is calming, and shea butter, which is rich in moisture. And then they also have oat kernel flour inside, which is supposed to be smoothing and soothing. And then they have niacinamide, which helps balance oil production. So that is great. I'm loving those ingredients. So let's try it. It is dermatologist tested and it is great, once again, for sensitive skin. So it's just like a thick cream. I'm gonna grab a little bit of that cream. It feels very light. Yeah, it does not have a scent, which I like because I'm not really into many scented products anymore. I'm trying to stay away from it as much as I can, just because scents usually break me out and they have extra added chemicals inside, which we really don't need. So wow, this cream is really nice. It goes on super light at first, but then as it settles, you can kind of feel like there's like a nice like base. Like I feel like my foundation will stick to that really nicely. So, and it does say it's like smoothing. So I feel like it could be like a little bit of a primer. I feel like it kind of does like blur my pores a little bit. I don't know, I really like the feel of this cream though. But get right into the next product, which are these Kind tinted serums here that I have. I have two shades. I'm definitely going to use the lighter one because I'm super pale right now, as you guys can tell. I've not done any self-tanner and have definitely not been in any sun for months now. So I'm going to use the lighter shade here, which is called 19. So there's, yeah, so this one is 15 and 19. I believe 19 looks to be lighter, and it says that this is a vegan collagen formula. There's hyaluronic acid inside, vitamin C, niacinamide, and caffeine. So it says it is a multitasking, hydrating, and tinted serum. So serums are usually a bit lighter, so I'm going to see how much coverage it will have. And I really like this little packaging. It's 1 fluid ounce, which is usually what you get, but it just seems smaller because of the packaging. But there is quite a bit of product and it's like in a little squeeze tube like that. So I just have this damp little beauty sponge here that I washed, even though it's a bit stained, but I'm going to put some of this product on there and just pounce that onto my skin. Okay, so that is blending in very nicely. It is super light coverage. I can definitely see like my skin through and some flaws that I have underlying. Like it doesn't really cover completely, but I'm also using this beauty sponge, which does sheer things out as it is. But it actually seems to be setting like really nice on the skin. It definitely gives like a matte, almost like airbrush kind of finish. So I actually really like that if you're into more of like a natural coverage, because it is a serum. But I'm really excited to try these concealers. So these are in very nice like glass packaging, super good quality packaging here. And this is their Dreamlit Glow concealers. So I have two shades here. I have shade 11 and shade 9. So shade 9 seems to be a little bit darker. I'm probably gonna put some of that on first. Just on my under eyes. And I'm gonna kind of try to spot conceal a couple of areas that the serum missed a little bit. I'm just adding a little bit of extra coverage. The concealer is really nice. It's blending out nice. It's lightweight. It's not like, I feel like it's more of like also a sheer coverage. It's definitely a little bit glowy. It's not completely matte. I'd say it's like a nice satin finish, and it's pretty natural, as you guys can hopefully see on camera. I feel like overall my skin in person at least looks pretty natural, which is very nice. I do have two of their bronzers here. These are their Sun Dreams bronze products, and I have the shade Glow and Sandy Kiss. So Glow is much deeper, so this is like a cream liquidy type of bronzer, and then Sandy Kiss is definitely more of a like milky chocolatey shade. So I just have this little concealer brush here. This is a ColourPop E24 brush. And I'm gonna go into this shade first and just see how dark it is. If I need to add a little bit of that really dark one, we will see how that looks. But so far the consistency seems really silky smooth, and I'm just gonna add a little bit of definition to my face. I'm just gonna pounce that in with the beauty sponge here. I want to just add a touch of this dark one just to see how much definition we can get with that. Maybe a little bit more color. So as you guys can see, even though that shade it looked a little bit scary, it actually blends out super pretty and very natural. I really love those bronzers. They're so nice and easy to use. I also have two of their fluffy blushes. So these are also cream blushes. So this one here is called Sunset, and it is really pretty orangey coral. And then I have this deep berry one here called Pink Haze, and there's like a little bit of like subtle shimmers in there. So I'm gonna use them both and see how they look. I'm just gonna take a little bit of that coral one there and just place it on the apples of my cheeks. I love this color. This is so pretty for the summertime. Wow. Once again, I'm gonna use the beauty sponge and blend that out. Wow, that was like so easy to blend. I feel like it just truly melts into the skin and looks so natural. And I love this color. Like, it almost looks like airbrushed. Wow, that blush is probably one of my new favorites. I do want to deepen it up a bit with this darker one here, so let's place some of that also onto my cheeks. Oh yeah, that looks much less dark than in the pan, so I feel like a little bit less intimidating. You're still getting that really nice pop of berry pink, but it's not so dark. I also like to add some on my nose there. It looks like a little bit more sun-kissed. That is super pretty, super natural. I really love those blushes. My favorite is that coral one. That was just so beautiful, and like it just blended out so nice and looked very like airbrushed. and just love that color. So they did send me this neutralizing mineral mattifier. So this is a soft focus translucent powder. It says with cherry and coconut inside, but unfortunately during the shipping process it did crack a little bit, so I'm still gonna try to use it, but I have to be very careful. So this is in the shade number 1. You can see the package looks like that. Unfortunately it did crack, but I'm going to try to use it. I'm actually gonna go in with my damp sponge here and place a little bit of that powder just to help set the under eyes. Just gonna let that bake for a little bit because I want to add a little bit of eyeshadow. They have this beautiful palette and these color tones are all in my realm of what I love. So this palette is called their Cocoa Nudes Cocoa Butter Infused Mineral Eyeshadows. So they are just so pretty, as you guys can see. There's like beautiful warm browns, there are some metallics, and a lot of really nice mattes. So I'm really excited to use some of these shadows here. I think in the crease, I'm gonna go into this shade called Caramel with a fluffy blending brush. So I don't have any primer on, I just have a little bit of that serum that we put on the face. I just added some on my lid there just to kind of even up the skin tone. I just want to use that nice soft brown to get a little bit of definition in my lid. With that same brush, I'm going to take a little bit of this darker shade there called Cinnamon and place that on the outer corner just to define the outer corner of my lid a bit. Wow, that shade is really pigmented. It's so pretty. So I'm kind of just smoking out that shade just to kind of elongate the lid a little bit. I'm going to slowly just brush whatever's left over onto my lid. But I want to keep this look very simple because I'm going with a simple makeup look today. Very light, so I'm just going to take that shadow and kind of like buff it out onto the rest of my lid. As you can see, there's more focus towards the outer corner. But those shadows are so buttery and pigmented. As you saw, I just used that darker cinnamon one, which was like really, really nice. Easy to blend out, super pigmented. I love that. I'm just gonna blend out the rest of that powder that was under the eyes. So those are all of the Pacifica products I have at the moment to use. So now I'm just gonna put on some mascara. I'm gonna be using this Lottie London Super Fake Mascara, which is one of my favorites at the moment. It has like the perfect brush tip that's super small. So I'm just gonna put on some mascara to complete this look. I'm just gonna line my lips with this ColourPop lip liner in the shade Oh Snap, which is also a favorite of mine right now. I'm just gonna like fill my lips with that. And then I have this Lottie London Plumped AF lip gloss, which is just a very nice sheer lip gloss. It was actually originally just clear, but I of course mix it with my lip product, so it's now like a milky pink. I just want to highlight my nose. I'm using this ColourPop highlighter. This is their Soul Shimmering Body Powder in the shade Starlight. I love this product. I use it all the time. So that is it, guys. That is my first impressions using some of those Pacifica products, and I absolutely loved pretty much everything I tried. I think that their products are really amazing. I love that they're clean and you don't feel as guilty because you know that there's less chemicals in them. And I absolutely love those blushes and the eyeshadow palette. The concealer was super nice. It was really moisturizing. And also their tinted serum was really nice. If you want like a natural coverage, even if you're just going out running errands, you don't want anything too crazy and heavy. No, this is really great because it does say on here natural coverage, and it really did give some nice coverage. Even considering it's natural, just everything looks really nice and like super natural on my face. I'm gonna say that word a million more times in this video, but I love that product. And this eyeshadow palette, I've never tried any of their eyeshadows either, and I'm super impressed because it's just so buttery. They're just really beautiful. I love the shades of this palette, and if you guys want to see a more dedicated video using it, then please let me know because I would love to film that. So definitely love the Cocoa Nudes palette. And honestly, I think my favorite thing that I used was that blush and also the bronzer. I really love the blush and bronzer. Honestly, even this face powder seemed really nice. Like, I feel like it made my under eyes just kind of like look very airbrushed and very nice. It like felt very creamy for like a setting powder. So absolutely love that. Very sad that it broke, but I'm gonna try to fix that so I can use it more easily. But overall, I am super happy with all the products I used. Let me know if you guys have tried Pacifica, if you like these more like natural makeup kind of tutorials. I would love to even try other companies out for you that are a little more natural. So let me know if you guys like this first impressions, and if you want to see a more dedicated eyeshadow tutorial using that Pacifica palette, I would love to film it. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!